Today we're going to be playing Mega Draft, except I have to pick a card from each column. Guys, before I start picking, a column is a line of cards going from top to bottom. Don't confuse it with rows, which are lines of cards going from side to side. Alright, so our opponent does pick the Battle Ram as his first pick. Let's see what we got right here. I low-key see some pretty crazy stuff, and I feel like maybe I could even try to go for a crazy Elixir Golem deck. Let me just take the Night Witch first, and then let's see what would pair well with an Elixir Golem deck. I think the Baby Dragon is a nice support, so I'll go for the Baby Dragon as well. Our opponent does take the Golden Knight. I kind of wonder if this guy's maybe trying to go for the Giant Skeleton. I honestly have no idea, but I guess we'll wait and see. I'm going to take the Elixir Golem kind of early, guys, just so that way I can see if he wants to take, like, Bomb Tower or something, so I can take an Earthquake to counter it. That's going to be what we're hopefully going to be able to do. And I think we could just take the Barbarian Barrel, because I do have to take something from the far right column right now as well. Okay, so our opponent does take the Bomb Tower. I could take a Lightning to counter it, but I think it's a little bit better to go for the Earthquake, because Earthquake is so much cheaper that I'm going to be able to use it a lot more reliably. And now we only have one more column left to pick in. For the last two cards, we're just going to pick anything we want. But yeah, for this column, we could take the Giant Skeleton if we want to go for a bit of a heavier deck. Or we could take something like a Goblin Stein, but I think we just go for the Giant Skeleton so we can make really big pushes. Ooh, the Log is honestly a pretty smart... I mean, the Rascals are honestly a pretty smart pick out of our opponent. Or so he thinks, because we have the Barbaro, not the Log. But I think that's not a bad idea just to pick the Log and the Barbaro, so I'm going to do that. Going to also help us reset the Battle Ram if we need it for defense. Honestly, I really don't know how to feel about this deck. I could either go for like a Heal Spirit last pick or maybe a Goblin Stein. I'm kind of feeling the Goblin Stein, though, just for a little bit more pressure, a bit more of an offense. Alright, guys, well, our deck right here is pretty interesting. I guess it was kind of a weird choice to decide to make an Elixir Golem deck, but I really feel like this could work well. We have some pretty decent cards up in here. I think the Night Witch will be great support. He does have Lightning, though, to counter a lot of what I have to support my E-Golems with, but I feel like even the E-Golem itself plus a Giant Skeleton is going to be able to probably break through pretty nicely. This deck kind of just has like a chip deck right here, just a full-on chip deck. But yeah, we got a pretty decent deck despite making our deck with columns. We didn't have to pick too many bad cards. There were a few things I wanted to get earlier that I couldn't get, but it's not the end of the world. I think I'm just going to go for a Giant Skeleton right here. I know that's going to connect still. I could Log, but I feel like if I do, it's going to be bad. Wait, that actually killed it? Dang, I didn't know the Giant Skeleton is that thick right now. Wow, I'm surprised that fully countered. I could have sworn I remember when it used to not counter a Battle Ram unless you played it maybe like really early or something. The Elixir Golem's going to kind of just get up on here, and he plays the Bomb Tower a little bit too late. I don't even think I have to Earthquake it because it's just not really going to do much here against the Elixir Golem. Dude, this guy just got completely outclassed by the E-Golem. Alright, well that's already basically going to be towered down. He's getting a few Elixir back, but we can just defend cheaply with a Barbarian Barrel right here. He just go for his Golden Knight, but I could just get my Night Witch down for that, and that's really no issue at all. That's just a -1 Elixir trade for him. Okay, guys, our opponent does go for the Battle Ram. I'm just going to get a Baby Dragon. I feel like there's no point to play this Stein on the Battle Ram because it just wouldn't have been enough either way. So we're going to take a little bit of damage, but we're still overall up quite a bit. We do have to remember to take down the left side tower, though, since we only have Earthquake. We have to cycle 2 of them. Let me start with the Giant Skelly, then I think soon after I'll go for the Elixir Golem and everything. The Knight actually might get a hit on my tower, but it's no big deal. Okay, I'm going to get my first Earthquake here, making sure we hit the Bomb Tower and the tower for that little bit of early damage. We could just support with a Goblin Stein, get a Baby Dragon as well. If we just log all this away, I don't know what our opponent's supposed to do right now. He does actually get a good Lightning, though, to be fair. Yeah, that's all good, though. We can just get a nice Barbaro here, guys. And I think I might just go for the 3 crown, honestly. I'm going to actually let him get my tower and just go in for the 3 crown here, guys. That's how confident I am right now. So, look, he's going to take my tower here probably with this Battle Ram, but we're going to get Elixir Golem. We're going to get Giant Skeleton. He goes for the early Bomb Tower, so we just Earthquake that, take his tower. We could get a Baby Dragon up in here. We could go for a Goblin Stein soon to Lightning block, so we can't get a good Lightning. This guy is actually so dead right now. Let's just go all in here for the King Tower. Oh my goodness, man. This guy is not defending double Elixir Golem. Wow, the column deck is actually not bad, man. This is This looks like what the Seahawks did to the Patriots the other day, guys. I was watching the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not trying to offend anybody because I was actually rooting for the Patriots because they were the underdogs. Guys, I actually never went for this strategy before in Mega Draft. I never tried to go for a Sparky deck before, so I kind of want to try something new and just go for a Sparky deck. There is Electro Dragon to counter us, but if we have the Vine spell, we could just pull it to the floor and Sparky can kill it, so I think this could be pretty good. I'm just kind of thinking if I should take Goblin Giant or Giant with this Sparky. Honestly, I don't really know. For right now, though, I will just take the Mini Pekka. Oh man, our opponent took the Electro Wizard. I actually kind of wanted to take that myself. Maybe I should have taken it before I took the Mini Pekka. But at least Electro Wizard isn't as hard of a counter as Electro Dragon can be. He probably thinks he's all good here having the Monk in his deck against our Sparky, but I feel like you can definitely play around it because you could sometimes force it out on like your Mini Pekka or your Dark Prince and you can really mess them up. Anyways, I'll also go for the Rage spell as well because it pairs really good with Sparky. Man, this guy stole the arrows, so we don't really have a great counter for the Rascals, but, you know, I think actually Vines could do a decent job, so let's just go for the Vines right here. And then for the last column, there's nothing much good for us here, except of the Heal Spirit, which can just help us get those 1 HP Sparky connections. Okay, this guy's actually going for a Miner deck, man. This whole time, he was going for Miner. Now I just have to decide if I want to go for a Goblin Giant or Giant. I think Giant might be a bit better, because it just has a bit more HP, and I think Goblin Giant would get melted too quickly. Oh man, he took Bomb Tower and the Goblin Cage, man. This guy has quite an interesting deck right here. What I do kind of need, though, is a little bit of air defense, I just realized, guys. So I think actually we could take the Electro Dragon for ourselves. Man, oh man, guys, this deck is really something else. It's really interesting looking, but yeah, I do have a good plan, though. I think we pretty much just, like, make these giant Mini Pekka pushes with, like, the Dark Prince and everything, and then eventually he's probably going to have to waste a Monk on defense against it, and then we can just get a really good Sparky after. It's really that simple. Also, guys, I'll go for a Sparky in the back right here, because I feel like we're going to probably be able to get nice Heal Spirits, even if sometimes he does reflect the Sparky onto itself. We can just, like, Heal Spirit it up to revive it from what the Monk did to it. At least I'm hoping. Anyways, I'm going to get my Giant down right here to make sure the Ewiz doesn't reset the Sparky. We're going to kill the Ewiz here, and he pretty much just has to go for, like, what, a Monk? Yeah, he goes for the Monk, but Sparky does get the shot on the Monk. He completely failed his ability. Oh, it does still reflect it, though. Man, I could have just played my Vines or something right there, guys, maybe, but I really thought that the Monk would not reflect the Sparky. Anyways, we just took most of this guy's tower. He might get some damage here with his Rascals and Miner and whatever, but hopefully nothing too crazy. Let's just get a Dark Prince up high. Let's also Heal Spirit. Wow, I didn't know Dark Prince one-shot the Rascals, actually. I just don't really face Rascals much at all, so I'm not really used to the interactions sometimes with them. I guess we could just go for a Giant, the bridge right here, just to tank the Skeleton Dragons. Maybe we could just finish his tower here with our Giant if we're lucky. Okay, he goes for the Bomb Tower, but yeah, we just need to somehow get his tower down, which is going to be a bit hard. He has a little bit more HP than our spells can do. Alright guys, I'm going to go for the cage all the way. I'm going to go for my Sparky all the way in the back into this Goblin Cage right here. This guy actually does go for the Monk at the bridge. We can just pull it up with a Dark Prince. He might still get a reflection on my tower though. Okay, I can't really do much about that. Maybe I could get a nice Heal Spirit. Okay, he does kill my Sparky. I was just thinking that if I get like a really good Heal Spirit on something that's next to the Sparky, then I could actually save it. Wait, maybe Heal Spirit here on the Mini Pekka? Mini Pekka, Mini Pekka! Guys, look at the Mini Pekka here! Oh my gosh. I guess I'll Vines here just to make sure I take the tower. Edrek actually is chaining on the Rascal Girls a little bit. He might defend my Giant, but we can just go for a Sparky. Oh, the Giant does get in there on the tower at the very last second. So, yeah, Sparky should take this one, and we do completely demolish this guy, even though he completely tried to counter Sparky. Oh no, guys, it's a trap. It is a trap. Wow, there's so many air cards right here, man. We could go for a really good Lava Hound deck. And they're pretty spread out, too, between the columns, so I think we can do pretty good here. I'm going to take the Miner because Miner's a great Lava Hound support card. And the Spirit Empress does look pretty strong as well, so I say we just go for that. Man, our opponent actually took the Vines, which I kind of wanted to have for my deck. Also, the Monk is pretty overpowered against our Spirit Empress. But what I could do is take the Inferno Dragon, because that's going to pretty easily melt through a Monk. And I gotta think now what I want to do. I can't pick from too many more columns. Most of the columns I already took something from. I guess we could maybe go for the goblins for a good cycle card. Yeah, I think we do that. I'm kind of just thinking right now what our opponent is actually trying to go for. I feel like he might be going for a Ram Rider deck or something like that. So we could take the Goblin Cage for right now. That's going to be a pretty good response. And I think also the Void would be pretty nice since I don't have the Vine spell. Just to have like some way to kill his minions and stuff like that. So we can go in for that. Oh my gosh, he actually took the Graveyard? Well, I'm pretty happy that I have the Goblins because those are pretty good to stop graveyards. I guess what I can do here is just take Lava Hound at the very, very end. For right now, I'm just going to take a Log because that's a good spell to stop Graveyard. Nice, guys. He actually took the Rascals into my Log. And I'm taking Lava Hound as my last pick here, just so that way he wouldn't take like a Executioner or a Phoenix to counter it. I don't feel like this guy actually realized that I was going for a Lava Hound deck the whole time because he really didn't pick that much air defense. It's really just going to be his Vines that will be kind of annoying, though, because it's going to be able to bring all of my air cards to the ground, which kind of sucks, guys. I feel like the Empress would be so good here if he didn't take the Vines. Maybe I should have just taken them myself before he had the chance to snatch them, but it's fine. He does go in for the Monk in the back. Monk is also a pretty easy way for him to get rid of my Empress. Man, if only I had my Lava Hound in my starting hand so I could Lava first play this guy. I might go for a Lava Hound here soon, though, in a little bit. Wow, I'm surprised he doesn't pop the ability with the Monk. He might go for it very late, though. We'll see. No, he actually does not pop the Monk ability. His Graveyard is really not going to get, like, any damage here, so pretty good start. And he's still going to have to respond to everything. The Goblins are always going to make him go for a whole Graveyard Poison, which is 9 Elixir, unless he just wants to get basically no damage. He does have to go for his Rascals, so we can just log that, and then I think I'll just go for my Goblin Cage, because I want to save the Miner, and also the Empress I want to just have a nice Lava Hound push with, so we can just let this go. By the way, guys, I did watch the Super Bowl a couple days ago. What did you guys think of it? I heard some people saying how it's one of the worst Super Bowls they've ever seen, but I don't know. I actually have never watched football. It was my first time watching football before. American football, that is. But yeah, I really like that quarterback, though, on the Patriots. His name is Drake May. He seems like a really respectable guy and stuff, even though people said that he sold a little bit or something. I'm not sure if that's actually true or not, though. Okay, this guy is going to get a lot of damage here, it looks like, but hopefully we're able to retain it with a nice Lava Hound push right here. I think we'll get most of our damage back, if not even a lot more. He's going to probably pop the Monk ability. That was actually pretty good timing on the ability, but it's all good. We could just go for the Inferno Dragon. If he goes for minions, I'm just going to get my Void down pretty quickly, so this might be a little something right here. He does predict my Miner, though. Yeah, I got to actually Void on the Rascals here, as a matter of fact. Oh no, please tell me that kills everything. Okay, it does kill everything. We have a lot of Elixir now, guys, so I think even if he tries to play a Graveyard, I'll probably be able to defend just fine. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Lava Hound right in front of this Spirit Empress. Hopefully he doesn't get another Monk down too quickly. Oh, he does get the Monk down right away. He messed up the ability, though, guys. He played it a little bit too early, I believe it was. So he, yeah, is not able to kill my Spirit Empress right here. We can just go for the Void on the minions. I can't reach the Rascals with the Log, though, which kind of sucks. But look at our Lava Pups and look at the 1 HP Empress. Oh, it goes on the Rascal guy, though. Okay, it is going to be it's going to be overtime here. So I got to be double careful, I guess, right now. He does go in for his Graveyard. I'm just going to try to maybe get back to my Log. Oh my goodness, that is a good Vines for him. No, Goblin Cage. Guys, look at our Spirit Empress, though. How can he stop that? He actually might have just lost the game. The Spirit Empress single-handedly carried us. This right here looks like a really good draft for a Mega Knight Ram Rider deck, but they're both together, so we're not going to be able to take them right away. Let's just go for the Royal Ghost right now. And I think I could go for the Mega Knight. Oh, no, I can't go for the Mega Knight right away, because I see there's Pekka here. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to take the Mega Knight kind of late, maybe. I'll go for the Guards right now, because even if he does take Pekka, the Guards are going to be a good counter to it. Okay, he has the Delivery and the Archers, pretty good defensive cards, but not really that amazing against a Ram Rider. I'll just go for the Bomber right now, good cycle card. Oh, maybe I should have taken the Vines, actually, but we can probably just get that later. Skeleton Dragons here are going to be a nice little bit of offense, so no, actually, I'm going to take the Barbarrel first, in case this guy goes for a bait deck. I'm getting weird vibes from this guy that he's trying to steal my Ram Riders, so I'm just going to go for that myself instead right now, guys. And then we do have to pick from this 5th row right here, so we can just go for Skeleton Dragons. I feel like he might go for a balloon deck now, so we need to get our air defense up a little bit. Dude, no way bro is trying to pull a speedy balloon on me, or will he not pick a balloon at all in his deck? I don't even know. I was going to pick Mega Knight last, but I think I'm going to pick it right now because if he takes balloon and I don't have a right air counter to it, I'll be kind of dead. So I'll go for Mega Knight first. Oh my gosh, this filthy guy actually just decided to go for the minion horde, guys. And honestly, there's not really anything I can do to counter it. There's no good spell for it really at all, except the fireball. I think my best choice here is to go for the Goblin-Stein and then try to get good abilities to kill the minion horde. Yeah, this one right here actually might be a little bit cooked, guys, but I guess we'll see how things play out for us. He does actually just go really aggressive. I don't know why he just did that. That was such an easy defense. Skelly Drags actually aren't that bad against minion horde, but they take it out a bit slowly, so it doesn't really allow us to break through most of the time unless we pair it with like a Goblin-Stein or something. His Goblin Brawler is going to go for my Ghost, but not before we get a nice 1,000 damage on his tower. I think we could just ignore the Goblin Brawler right here and just go for a Mega Knight push in the back. He'll get only 1 hit on the tower, so not the end of the world. And this guy's down a lot of Elixir, it looks like, as well. He goes for his Skelly Barrel. I can just let that connect, I guess, and probably get a late Barbarian Barrel. I'm going to get my Bomber behind this as well. I'm not really going to over-support too much, but yeah, just want to make sure he doesn't get like a King activation or anything like that. I'm kind of surprised this guy didn't pick the balloon. I feel like he could have picked the balloon and had a pretty good time breaking through since I only have like Skelly Drags and Goblin-Stein for air. But then again, the Ram Rider does deal with it pretty well too. That is an aggressive minion horde again. But once again, our Skelly Drags should splash it down. It's kind of piling up in a certain way that it's giving us good splash. Ghost does actually get a nice couple hits here as well. I'm going to get my Mega Knight going in the back right now. Man, if only I could have taken Fireball, I feel like my deck would be absolutely perfect right here. But it's still pretty good. It would have been nice to have Vines too, though, to pull the archers to the ground. He goes for his Goblin Cage. I think I can just wait for that to... I'll just wait for this Mega Knight push to play out here, then I'll just go for a Ram Rider. Yeah, he's going to defend right here, but we can actually just get a Stein here on the other side, and then also Ram Rider as well, and he's probably in a lot of trouble right now. I'm going to just get a Bomber up high. Let's get that ability down here on the Goblin-Stein. We're going to kill that Horde pretty quickly. And he goes for a delivery, but it's not going to do too much. Yeah, look at that Ram Rider. The Ram Rider Goblin-Stein combo is actually so powerful. Yeah, that's most of his tower down already. We could just set up for another Mega Knight push, though, because we don't have a single bit of direct tower damage. So I guess it's not over until it's over. That is an interesting Skeleton Barrel out of this guy. I feel like that's just not going to do too much for him if we just get Skelly Drags down. Should just be dead pretty quickly. Okay, I'm just going to get my guards for this Lumberjack. That's not really going to do anything for him. His minion horde here should be dealt with pretty easily if we just get like a Bomber to kite. Then we can just go in for some more stuff here on the left side in a second. Actually, let me just go for a Stein Ram Rider. He has some buildings, but I feel like if we just get Skelly Drags to snipe it and then Ram Rider, he probably has no way to defend right now. We have our ability too. You just have to get kind of creative, guys, in Mega Draft. You could see there's a lot of ways to counter stuff like Horde, but you just have to be creative. We actually have some really good cards right here in this draft, guys. We could go for maybe a giant double Prince deck right here. I think that's going to be really good. There's certain cards that can counter it well here, but I feel like our synergy might just become really good, so yeah. Anyways, one thing I do have to take, though, is definitely the Rage, because otherwise the Skeleton Army would just destroy my career. Oh man, this guy actually does take the Zappies, which are going to counter us pretty good since we don't have a Fireball available here. We could just go for the Prince right now, guys, but unfortunately I can't take the Dark Prince right away, which I really want to take, because I feel like he might try to steal it from us if I don't get it soon. We'll see, though. Anyways, I think I can't really get many good air cards here. Like, there's not really a good air card here, so I think I might just go for, like, the Double Prince spam deck that has a bunch of bait cards, like the Bats, Goblin Gang, and Spear Goblins. Bruh, guys, I knew it. This man really just stole my Dark Prince. And he stole my Goblin Gang too, which I wanted to go for later. I'm just going to go for that Goblin Gang, and then you know what? Since this guy has no Rage, I think we can just get a lot of value out of Skeleton Army right here. He only has Barbara, which won't be able to reach it if we play it down low. I actually have no idea what this guy's win condition is going to be. I feel like he might have to go for like the Goblin Giant, or maybe even the Elixir Golem if he's crazy enough. But what I need to go for here, I think, is the... I guess lightning spell. I don't know what else to take. Okay, our opponent is actually just going for a completely no win condition deck, which is a little bit strange. I guess I could take maybe a Goblin Machine here. Or should I take a Miner instead? No, I'm gonna go for Goblin Machine to counter Zappies. Cornelius is such a clown, man. This guy just stole every single card that I wanted to have in my deck, basically. He literally just stole everything. Hopefully it doesn't work out for him. Let's give him the burp. Yeah, there we go. I don't really have many emotes, to be honest, on this account, but it's all good. I'm actually playing this on my I guess, like, secondary main account, because I need cards more on this account than I do on my main account. My main account's much closer to being maxed out right now. Nice, the machine does get the rocket before the Zappies start chaining on it too much, and hopefully that can take everything out. You know what, we can actually get a nice skeleton army, I think. That should stop most of this. I know just when the Dark Prince isn't charging, it has a much less of a splash area. Okay, he goes for a gang at the bridge again. We can just bats every time. It's always going to get a pretty good interaction for us. Only one goblin stab for him, but we do get a +1 elixir trade. I'll just go for the giant in the back here again, and then this time I want to try to get a prince and a goblin machine down at the same time, hopefully. I feel like we just need everything all in one push, guys, because, like, we could break through here. It's going to be really hard, but if we get, like, all the right cards at the right time, I could see it happening. Anyways, we're going to get the prince down right now. Hopefully that gets on the mini Pekka here ASAP. I think it will kill the mini Pekka. Looks like our giant is kind of just going to die here, but it's going to allow our other troops to start pretty healthily counter-pushing towards his tower, I think. He might go for a Barbarrel on this, so I'm going to Skarmy other side. Yes, perfect, perfect. We get a nice Skarmy on the other side, so now he has to deal with both sides. Guys, look at the Skarmy! Look at the Skarmy. Oh my god, we can even rage this up here. Didn't get that much damage, actually, but the Prince did on the right side. I'm going to go for the Giant in the back right now, guys. We are playing it right into the Furnace. The Furnace actually kind of is this guy's win condition, to be honest. I feel like the Furnace's Fire Spirits can be really hard to stop, especially for heavy deck players like ourselves. The mini Pekka, we can kind of just try to block here with the Skarmy, maybe. But that will feed his Skelly King ability, actually. Wait. That might have actually been a bad Skarmy by me. I need to just get a Rage here and hope he doesn't ability in time. I don't think he's going to Skelly King ability in time. Yes, he didn't pop the ability before it died, so... yeah, that's good. That's great. If he popped the ability there, that could have been pretty dicey for us. Let's go for the Skarmy up high. Nice, that's such a good skeleton army, dude. Skarmy is so good in this mode if your opponent doesn't have the perfect spell for it. Or if they don't have Goblin Curse, because if they have Goblin Curse, yeah, that's a pretty big issue sometimes. Prince doesn't quite charge up in here, but we're still up a few hundred damage, so it's more so this guy that needs to get damage more than I do. I can just, like, get a couple giant punts and that's it, but if this guy doesn't get damage, he's dead, so he kind of needs to play a bit more aggressively than I do. We're going to get a giant the bridge here. We have our whole triple trifecta push going right now. We could get a Rage up in here as well. He's probably going to have to get, like, what, a mini Pekka or something down? Guys, look at this Goblin Machine going crazy right now. It doesn't do much damage to towers anymore, but it still does a lot of damage to Zappies and troops like that. Such a good punish card. I feel like the Goblin Machine is probably going to be pretty good in CRL this year, the Clash Royale League, because it's a really good snipe card, even if it isn't that versatile, typically. Okay, so we just Rage these Spear Goblins up once again. The Goblin Machine with the Rage is also pretty broken with how many rockets it shoots, and this guy's defense is just absolutely falling apart. I don't know why you would pretty much ever pick a deck with no win condition in Mega Draft. I feel like it just makes no sense. Easy win.